Let me tell you about myself. See, as I think I'm completely from the infrastructure background. From last 10 years I'm working on AWS side. Okay. So as I think I'm also working for directly the UK company. Okay, I'm a freelancer directly. I'm working with the UK only. Okay. So very recently, not even uh, I can say like less than 1 month, I moved from there to here. Okay. Again, and I'll fly back. My primary role is it's again just a solution architect. Okay, AWS solution architect, where we will define our. We are using a big DevOps. Okay, big DevOps, and as well as completely we are using AWS services only. Okay, that is what underlying point. Now, once we learn this concept, or once we learn this session or and everything, enter this AW point of view, what will get it? I can say, I can confidently, I can say that we are going to deliver all AWS services. Okay, what are the AWS services are running, and what is it? Why so much popular AWS services are there? What are the AWS services are there? We are going to touch base to all the AWS services. Okay, the maximum we can do it, we will do for a training. We will do a hands-on at one. So when I say the reason behind the maximum we can try it, see some cases, uh, VPN connectivity on-premise to AWS. Okay, we don't get a we don't have an on-premise LAN. Okay, where we cannot touch it. Okay, but again we will show that how to connect a VPN connectivity, how that critically we will explain, and we will do a existing practical demo. We will show it. Okay, that is one thing. And the other one is, if you go to the Redshift, one of the Redshift we can't launch it. Okay, but we will show that how to use the Redshift and everything. So the maximum available AWS services we are going to cover it, and there we have a path. So after 25 classes, 30 classes, you will come to know that what is my strong area and which area I have to drive. Okay, so Venkat, as you said, like now you want to concentrate more on the DevOps. Okay, so when it comes to DevOps, it's DevOps is again, you're from an infrastructure background. So when the DevOps comes, you should know in a position, and down the line you should may go to the solution architect. You should know the position, all the services, how to utilize it. When you say code build, code pipeline, how to utilize everything, how to configure more than one account. When you say no, maybe in situations like that, I'm going to do a development with one account. Okay, I want to promote the same code to the, once the testing is over, I have to promote the same code to the other accounts. But to promote the other accounts, I should be in a confident, I should be know how to play with the IAMs also, identity access management. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So first of all, underlying all the services we'll touch, you should be in a position to confidently say that, yeah, I know all the services. Now what are the path I have to choose it, I can easily choose it. So these sessions are these are the sessions we're going to cover maximum from this point of AWS services. And once you done this service, I can confidently, I can say, once you done this solution, this course, you will be in a position to directly to write a AWS solution associate solution architect exam. Okay, so the next question, what is the point of DevOps? How do we manage the DevOps or SysOps? Now people are saying SysOps is already there, not there, more with the DevOps. So DevOps point of view, only the additional efforts is required from the system administration point of view, like what writing a coding. Okay, at least you should know in a one of the you should be good at JSON scripting. Okay, JSON, and you should be in a position to manage any one of the programming language. Okay, again I can say I'm okay with a Python. You say you're good at CLI, or you are good at a PowerShell. Any one thing you should be in a confidence, so that you can easily play with a sysops automation, completely end-to-end automation. Okay, that's one way. No, there is another way is there, configuration management system. Okay, software configuration management system, end-to-end automation. When I'm writing with a JSON, when I'm playing with a when I'm writing with a JSON or when I have to build an infrastructure as a code, then how do you manage it? How I can manage it? So then in that case, we have to manage with a, depending on the any one of the SCM, software configuration management systems tools like Ansible, Chef, Puppet, Salt. Okay, so on either one of these things, and then we have to define the end-to-end solution. Okay, so we will work on that one. So you understood that overall how the picture is there. Clear, Venkat or Mohammed? Yeah, you have a clear some part of idea, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's before going to this one, we'll start with the initial stage at level 0. Okay, what is the driving factors to what is the driving factors to going to the cloud? What are the driving factors to cloud? Why we are going to cloud? Any like maybe let me start. Venkat, you have any personal experience? What is the people are migrating to the are people are crazy about the cloud?
Yeah, on premises infrastructure where we want to the capacity of the load of the business is keep on increasing. So obviously, I want to buy more and more, and that cost effective and space and everything. So the people are moving towards very big companies are not moving, but very small, medium businesses are moving towards Azure or towards AWS. Is one of the key point actually.
Yeah, as you said, like that's the critical correct point. Okay, Mohammed, from your standpoint of any thought process. Uh, I'm sorry, Mohammed. I think some issue with your speaker. We are not able to hear you clearly. Okay, no problem. See, the driving factors, as you both saying, like this, the major driving factor is the a large number of environments. Okay, and the time, turnaround time to give you environment or give you an infrastructure. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, how quickly we will build a in a physical environment or virtual machines, how quickly we are going to return back, or how quickly we can deliver a particular environment. Okay, see, when the requirement comes, business requirement comes, now everyone is going with a agile model. No one is looking for a waterfall model, the way the projects are driving. So in a waterfall, in an agile model, okay, we have a scrums, a particular scrums. Each scrums team have a sprints. Okay, within the sprints duration, if you see any sprints, if you are maximum agile model and sprints, they are going with a 2 to 3 weeks sprint deliverables. In a sprints deliverables, within the sprints deliverables, if any infrastructure side, maybe if you see, if you let us suppose, I'm giving an example, Venkat. So let us a glassfish, a middleware team. We are talking about a middleware glassfish upgrade is there. Within the 3 week sprints, they have to finish it. Or if they are using an OC4J, if they are using OS or WebLogic, WebSphere, within the 3 week sprints, if they have to upgrade the existing version to the new version, and they have to deliver something. So in a realistic world, or in a physical on-premise situations, in a within the 3 weeks, allocating a one system with a Red Hat Linux or Solaris or any other operating system, providing that infrastructure, it's going to take a 3 weeks. So we are not able to achieve the sprint deliverables within the 3 weeks, because the only reason is the environment is not available. Okay, we are not able to deliver the environment within the timelines. So that is one reason. If you are going with a cloud, if you go with a cloud, okay, what will happen, how the achievement will happen, we'll discuss on that. But right now, my only problem is, within the 3 weeks, if I run a sprint, are the infrastructure teams are able to deliver the our environment within the 3 weeks? The question is no, because it's not possible. Okay, even the if it's in virtual machines, VM, I'm not sure how, are you work with VMs? If you work with VMs also, in the VMs also, we cannot deliver within the 3 weeks. Okay, so in VM we have to check that existing resource capability. Based on the existing resources capability, we have to attach a new resources. Okay, so that's one thing. So the first and second point, what exactly I'm looking insisting is, see, the large number of environments and need for fast time to provision is not possible within the time, and due to that, we are unable to achieve the business requirement, because the turnaround time is for 3 weeks and we are not able to achieve within the 3 weeks. Okay, that's one reason. And if you see that one, a realistic scenario, so the technical resources are within the team is build and manage hardware is going to software is a, we don't have that sufficient people. Okay, the reason to add this word, that particular line is, say in realistic word, what will happen if I have to build any AX system, or if I have to build a particular hardware T350 T320 the hardware system. With that hardware configuration, I build it, I'm running an environment. So due to some personal issue, the resources quit the organization. So even though we will plan an organization with a well backup plans, but still the issues are coming with the technical resources. The dependencies exist. If we have to upgrade with the firmware due to the lack of expertise, or we don't know that where exactly that how we are going to supply the dual power supply, all these issues are coming. So this is one of the challenges, like insufficient technical resources with a legacy knowledge and everything. Okay, so that's one challenge. And if you see that one, that fourth point, yes, when the program started, or when the initiation started, we started with the 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM and 8 virtual CPUs or vCPUs. We started it. So all of a sudden, due to some, he said, okay, sorry, I changed my mind. I did a wrong estimation. Uh, can you give me a 32 GB RAM and 68 CPUs to go to 16 vCPUs? So the ad hoc request will change it, and on the fly the capacity management process will change. Once the capacity management ad hoc request will change, automatically if you see ideal process, it will go to the again to the project manager for approval and your finance head for approval, and come back to the your implementation. With this much hard deadlines, and the meantime, as a technical person, what we have to see whether we have a sufficient resources are not available. If you are looking at VM in a hyper-V, whether we have a proper resource are available or not, then only we can allocate it. Okay, otherwise we have to look for a other physical systems. The only concern with the physical is we cannot scale up. Okay, that's one thing. So if you allocated a more systems, if you allocated a more resources, okay, if it is underutilized, how to manage it? So that is not possible. That is one of the concerns. And the main we said, like the scalability is like, so let us suppose you in real time we have the good example is share market point of view. If you see the share market, morning 8 to 11 or morning 9 to 11, the major peak hours is there. Rest of the day, from 11 to till 3 o'clock, we don't have that much hits coming to the systems. Again, afternoon 3 o'clock, 3 to 4, I think before closing you will get a more hits. This is my peak hours where I need a more resources to sustain or get my applications are capable to handle it. So in that case, I want to allocate more resources. After that other resource point of view, I want to deallocate it. So on need basis I want to scale up, on need basis I want to scale down the resources. This is one of the challenge or major driving factor for me. So is it possible in the on-premise systems we can do it? Hello, Venkat.
No, not
Hello.
possible.
So the only we see, it is possible. The only challenge comes in a even though I think if you are looking at VMware, we can allocate a more resources. So after allocating more resources, we have to look for a software load balancer. So using a software load balancer, we can do it. But the only concern is launching a instances, looking for a resources on need basis and shutdowning it, and there is no control. We have to do a manual. That is not possible in a completely automated way. So that is the reason the on-premise point of view, we are where the scalability comes, on need basis upsizing, on need basis downsizing is not working. Okay, that is a these are the major cloud driving factors. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Do you think anything apart from this, anything is missing, or you, in as per your personal experience, you feel anything is we have to add it?
Actually, I don't know much more about this AWS.
No, we're not talking about AWS. Not at all. We're not talking anything AWS.
Okay, cloud commonly,
We are
right?
what we are talking is like sorry, your good name,
Muhammad.
Mohammed. What we are talking more is like uh, what is the reason people are going for a cloud? What is the reason to go? Okay. So,
Okay.
Mohammed, now it is very good audible. Can you tell me, like, sorry to ask this question now. What is your background, sir?
Actually, I'm a senior software developer, mostly developing web application, and now
Uh,
we are hosting in VPS, virtual private server like Linode and DigitalOcean.
okay, okay,
Now,
that's
actually, I want to move to the AWS. That is why I'm looking to this course.
okay, okay, great, great.
Okay.
So we can, so during our course, we'll see that how to, majorly when we do with how to launch or how to migrate from on-premise, any website is there, how to migrate it there, how to deploy that one, what is the best practices, everything we'll look into
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So this is what, so if you see the cloud driving factors, what is that cloud, how it is, there is, okay. If you go to the cloud, what we will get it, okay. The question is, if you go to the cloud, what I will get it. See, this is a major thing I will get it, okay. So the cloud is again a self-service one. You will get a self-services portal, okay, with a standardized templates and catalogs, okay, where you can utilize it, and where you say, okay, there is a predefined standardized templates using your JSON templates, cloud formation templates, or there is another standardized catalogs. Like we have a okay, your system is going to use more memory, use this type of models. Oh, your system is going to use more CPU, then use this type of things. We have a
Okay. Actually,
predefined.
this template for infrastructure, right?
Yes,
How many RAMs you have to
yes,
allocate, how many hardware has to allocate, this kind of
yes, you are.
things.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. So
Okay.
we have a templates, and as well as we have a standard catalogs also there. Like as I said, you're looking for memory optimized, then go for M5 systems. Okay, M5
Okay.
systems with a M5 or M4 with this type of M5 instance, you will get a two virtual CPUs or three virtual CPUs or four virtual CPUs with this RAM. Okay, that
Okay.
predefined templates are there, or catalogs are there. You can
Okay.
use it. We can work it on that. So on need basis, we can auto scale it. On need basis, if you want to scale up, you can do a auto scaling configuration where scale up will happen. Okay. That is a, like,
Okay.
we have a concept of auto scaling group. Okay, like especially when in your case, and when the web page is getting a more hits, you want to all of a sudden you have to increase the web servers. Okay,
Okay.
or see, if it is, that the business logic web servers are able to sustain it more, like application servers only have to manage it, then you have to increase your application servers point of view. Okay, but
Okay.
in other case, that there is a, we have a reader, we need a more writes, are rather than writes, the reads are happening. I want to do a upsize the database, then you have to go for a read replicas, or we'll go with a other solution where we can redirect our reads to be in a different databases. We'll discuss all those things. Okay.
Okay.
And as it is a cloud based one, so most of the applications are, when the cloud vendors, they started, they go provided all the rest and REST APIs and SOAP APIs. So everything, the services are as exposed, so that we can do a automation. You can do automation to launch an instance. You can do an automation to the play with the instance. You can do automation to work with a instance as you want. Okay, so that is the reason. The second one, I said, faster time to provision environment based on upon automation and virtualization resources.
Okay.
Whatever
Sorry
you
for
want to do.
interrupting.
Yeah.
You mean AP is available for AWS, so we can write automation scripts, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
APIs are there. Most of the APIs available, we have it, and APIs, and as well as you have a CLIs are there. Predefined CLIs are there. With the CLIs, you can do for a AWS CLI commands, or if you are good at PowerShell, the PowerShell commands are also available. If you are good at C
Okay.
sharp, C sharp level also, they expose the services.
Okay.
Only thing is you have to utilize it, automate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the the third point is, as you are launching in a we are not using a manual intervention or anything. We are going to launch with it from the templates or a automation process. The standard templates is the standard are consistently available across the all the environments. Okay, standard model of a environment we are going to utilize it. Okay, so that's the reason consistently environment with a proper set of standards. Okay, that's one thing.
Okay.
So as we are saying, like on need basis, we are going to launch, on need basis, we can downsize it. As I said, using auto scaling group, auto scaling feasibility, we can launch it. We can launch an instance on demand, and which we know that we don't have a demand is not there. Then we can deprovision the environment or services. That
Okay.
resource possibility is there. Okay, that is one thing. And
Okay.
you have a capex. If you say capex, opex is there. Capital expenses, we don't need to invest more on the upfront. Okay, because most of the cloud bases are pay as you go. Okay, pay as you
Yeah.
go model is you pay as you started utilizing it. Okay, only pay for utilize what you utilize. No need to pay for everything. Okay.
Okay.
And so the second thing is next one is reduce management and operational overhead. Okay, so the reduce operational overhead and management, see, in a data center, in any of the see, what you have to do is we have to do one infrastructure server is there. For that server we have to look for a rack space, you have to look for a dual power, you have to look for what is the network cable, what is the firmware. If you're going for any storage, okay, SAN or everything, we have to look for a what is the VMware or SAN, Veeam or SAN, what is the fiber optics position, okay, whether the UPS is available or not. These are all my operational overheads. I have to look for all those things. But if I'm taking a particular a service, AWS service or any cloud provider, cloud vendor, so I don't need to worry about the my operational overheads. So it is going to be a reduced.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions
Yeah.
on this? Yeah.
No, almost all clear.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, cloud is very useful for auto scale and allocating the resources by all existing templates and all.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Ven- Venkat, do you have any questions? Venkat?
No, no,
No, right?
boss.
Yeah. See, this is what the another thing. I think, as you guys know, like these are the major cloud vendors which is already available in this one: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, IBM, Salesforce, Rackspace. Okay. So out of these things, okay, so as I mentioned, like AWS is the topmost one. Okay, so
Yeah.
we will see that what is the reason AWS is the topmost one. Okay, what are the points? Okay, we'll try to do a deep dive. Yeah.
Okay. One doubt. If I
Yes,
am
please.
familiar with AWS, so Microsoft Azure it will be easy for me.
See, that only what is the thing is, only thing is the terminologies will change, the underlying functionalities are the way the
Same.
developer is same. Okay, the terminology
Okay.
will change. Okay,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the terminology will change it, because the reason is, see, on premise we'll say a physical server. So they are started in AWS, they are started as an instance. Okay, Azure is saying again a server. Okay, the terminologies will change it. Yeah,
Okay.
the catalogs will be different, but again the catalogs, the catalog types will be different, but the similar type of catalogs they are available also.
Okay.
If I say, you got it, Mohammed? See, the reason I said like
Yeah.
catalog if I say M3 series here, M series here, C series in a AWS, okay, we don't have a similar type of series there. They also have memory optimized series.
Okay. The terminology they are using are different, but almost functionality or
Yes,
that structure is same.
yes,
Like
and
programming language, different
yes,
programming
yes,
language.
yes, you're right. And Azure, we don't have so many services. That's one thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the same thing. Why you have to go for a AWS? Okay, what is the reason? Okay, so as we discussed for all the cloud vendors point of view, it's a low ongoing cost. Okay, we don't need to worry about it, and no upfront investment. No need to look for a your paying as a started. Okay, monthly we have to pay monthly one only. So apps not on ops. Okay, no need to worry about the operational efforts, or no need to worry about the operational point of view. You just need to concentrate on our application development. Okay, focus on the application process deliverables and business requirements, because not on the infrastructure, because we will get an infrastructure immediately anytime. On need basis you can launch an instance. Okay, you can, because the infrastructure is already available. Only thing is using a standard catalog templates as per our requirement, we just need to launch it. Okay, so that's the reason apps not on ops. Don't concentrate on the don't consider the operations, concentrate only application. Okay, and the second, which is we are looking for the flexible capacity. On mid basis we can store, we can upsize, we can downsize it. Okay, and the speed and agility. Speed and agility is like you tell me when you want. We can quickly to launch an instance in a AWS. It is going to take less than 5 minutes. Yeah, less than
Okay.
5 minutes. So the so much speed is there. As per your agility model, it is going to deploy, and once you, and if you automate that one also, your application will also automatically deploy there. So only thing is, you have to, as per the agile process or agility model, you have to be ready with all the applications. Only once instance is ready, just you have to deploy it. That's one thing. And
Okay.
the last one is global reach. So we didn't discuss, or we didn't talk about when we are talking with the on-premise one. The global reach is, that's the one of the across the globe. Across the globe we have a different data centers are there. Okay, so if you're talking about the on-premise, the maximum data centers we can configure one or two. Okay, if you are sitting at India, we can configure one data center here. Maybe you'll configure one more data center US, or you will configure another at a middle of the Europe, if you're in a, across the globe your market. But if you want something at a, now everyone knows like GDPR is coming. If they say I want my data to be available in my region only. Okay, my country only, like Finland, uh, Indonesia, the way they ask, if they want the data to be available in their country, then how do we manage it? Okay, we can't build a data center for them if in a physical on-premise process. So in that case, so as we are saying that AWS or any cloud vendor, okay, they are already established, or they are widely ranged, launched their data centers across the globe.
Okay.
Okay, so we can use their data centers for the our work.
Okay. In India, they have data center, right?
In India we have one Mumbai, sir. Okay,
Okay. Okay,
but
sir.
it's a partial, not, we cannot say this completely data center. Okay, it's a partial. I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have a different edge locations are there. What is edge location also we'll say that. Okay,
Okay.
and as we are saying, where we can use it, AWS cloud can be used anywhere. But as I said, like just to give an example, I said website on AWS, enterprise application, big data, and backup and storage, mobile apps, everywhere we can use it.
Yeah. I'm looking for enterprise application hosting actually.
Yeah, sure, we'll see that. See,
Okay.
with this content, course of content, once we done it, okay, you will come to know that how to utilize all the AWS services, plus how to migrate it. Especially we'll go with the use cases. We'll take one website. Okay, we'll
Okay.
launch a small PHP application, or an XAMPP or a LAMP application on premise one. We'll try to migrate it.
Okay.
Okay, how do we do that one? Okay, that's one use case. And second thing is, as you said, like um, maybe Venkat is also there. With the help of Venkat, we'll go with we'll launch a small application in a Glassfish. Okay, or JBoss. Okay, we will launch one application, and we will try to migrate this one to the cloud.
Okay.
Mhm. And again, I'm okay with the database also. So what we will do, we will migrate one database from on-premise to the cloud.
Okay.
Okay, these are the possible migration options you will get it. Okay. So how to do that one? We can easily do it.
Okay.
Okay, Venkat? Venkat?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Sure. So that's thing. Okay, now if you see that one, the same thing I discussed. Okay, maybe will traditional infrastructure, what is the problems, and private. I think as Venkat said in the beginning, most of the organizations, the big organizations, that started building their own traditional. I'm sorry, there is one more. Oh, Geeta is also joined. Geeta, Geeta, hello,
Hello.
Geeta, Geeta, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can I know, like, what is the, sorry, I didn't check you. Sorry for that one. Can I know what is your background for that one? Hello. I'm sorry for Geeta. I'm not able to hear you. Sorry for that one. Unable to talk. It's fine. Geeta, leave it. Not an issue. I hope you are able to listen us. Okay. Not an issue. Go ahead. Okay. So what we are saying is the traditional. Sorry for that one. Okay, we'll continue. So traditional infrastructure. What we said, like, yeah. The traditional infrastructure at the on-premise one, we have a control. It's available in with my, it is available within my control. Okay, where I can define my all the infrastructure is within availability my control, so that's easy for me. And the second thing is, we are saying, what I, if I have a on-premise, or which I have a traditional infrastructure is there, what is the advantage for me? I can define, I can fine tune that one, so that any hardware which I can achieve with a traditional requirement of business requirement for a RPO and RTOs. Okay, I hope you guys are very much familiar with RPO and RTOs. Venkat?
Hello. Actually, for me, I don't know what is RPO and RTO.
Okay, recovery point of object, recovery time of object. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So in case of disaster happen, in case of any recovery, we have to do it. What is the time, what is, till what, how much, what is the time to restore it? Okay, what is the time to restore it? Okay, so
Okay.
when I say a website crash, okay, website is hacked, okay, if you want to build from the scratch, how much time it's going to take for you?
Okay.
From are you not from the scratch, we have already backup is there, you have to restore from a backup, and you have to do a freshly deploy it, how much time it will take? Okay,
Okay.
that is a, if I say 2 hours, okay, fine, in 2 hours you can, in case of any disaster happens, you can restore it, perfect. But till what time the data is available? See, there
Yeah.
may be there may be chance they hack today morning 6 o'clock. Okay, your backup is there, your backup retention policy is there till morning 5:30. Okay, every half an hour you're taking. So the recovery point object, you can do it till morning 5:30. Okay, so within 2 hours you can restore your website, your services back to normal. That is the RTO. But what is the point of object? Till what time you can restore it? Till morning 5:30 is there. 5:30, whatever it is there, you can restore till there. Agree? So in traditional infrastructure point of view, or traditional hosting, we can customize like this. You define your customization. And private, most of the private cloud vendors are now, they are building their own private cloud, like, yes, the best example is BT. Okay, BT is build their own, British Telecom, they build their own and private cloud. Okay, so BT enterprise cloud, BTEC. Okay, BT is a enterprise cloud is there, their own enterprise cloud, they build it. Okay, and most of the US companies, which is a, and they are building their own enterprise cloud. It is similar to our public cloud only, but only the difference is, it is not accessible for the other vendors, it is only for them. Okay, so the same comes in a private cloud also, we can customize our needs. Okay, we can meet the security compliance. Okay, and as we said, like, it's only for single organization or single purpose, and eliminates the possibility other users of affecting the performance, because we are using only one organization, one person, one vendor is using. There is no impact on the any performance point of view. Okay. uh, Whereas public is a shared one, we'll see that one. Okay. And in case of any audit, IT audits are happening, everything we can easily show the documents, and we can say that physical assets are there, we can see it. That's a one advantage from a private cloud. And high QoS. So QoS is nothing but a quality of service, because it is a dedicated and specific network, private cloud for organization. It is a highly we can get a quality of service. Okay. And as it is again, we are talking to adopt all the cloud features, we have to write automated and we have to write a automated scripts to launch the environment on need basis. Okay. That's a private cloud. Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you see that the public cloud, so it's again, I don't need to worry about the cost, because I'm not worried anything. I'm not managing anything. I'm going to use the public one. Okay. So, and automatically that's the reason. First one I said, significantly low cost of the infrastructure, and improve time. Whatever the new enhancements comes within that one, it is going to be available. We have a marketplace. A lot of people are doing the um, all experiments. They will put it in the markets. Okay, we can get it. And from earlier case to launch a particular instance, it used to take a weeks. Now we are going to launch less than hours. Okay. And infrastructure for anything is, it's a very quickly we are going to launch. We are not going to put any infrastructure cost. Okay. It's a very infrastructure cost is very minimal. Okay. No, that is the reason I said no or slash minimal capex, only primarily opex based on the pricing. Operational expenses we need to do it. No need to capital expenses. Okay, only operational expenses we have to provide it. And as it is publicly available, and then we have a manageability and resource elasticity is already available. You can very well we can manage it. Public clouds. And the hybrid cloud is any one of these: public on-premise, a traditional one is public cloud, or traditional and private cloud, or private. And ideally it should not happen private cloud and public cloud mix, but any of these two things. Okay, that is a
Yes.
hybrid cloud. So this is just uh, if you see here, that is the same thing I mentioned here. No upfront cost. This is what we are talking more about, the cost, AWS overall cloud point of view. See, if we once we go with that, I'll so the same thing I mentioned. What is the benefits of using a AWS? Okay, AWS side. And if you see here, people are concerned. People are worried about the what is the how the cost is going to improve. Is it my security is there or not? These are people assumption. If you see the people, first people are worried about what is my security. Is it security? I'm security. If I say security is perfect or not, and what is an okay, yeah, if you go to the cloud, you will get a very good scale in scale out lock-in period. People are in assumption that do we have to pay anything lock-in period for a when we are going for a cloud. So these are all assumptions. We'll go for it in detail. If you see, let's talk with the pros, advantages. Okay, scale out and scale in cost. Yeah, as I mentioned in the beginning also. So the scale out, scale in cost is only we have to pay the number of CPU hours is there. Okay, what it means. So today morning 6 o'clock I started one CPU instance. Okay, server or instance. I started an instance. I was running for that instance for a till 11 o'clock morning. 6 to 11 only I have to pay. No need to after that I shut down it. The CPU time is what, how much CPU time is running. I have to pay only for that one. No need to pay for a complete. If after shutdown I don't need to pay anything. Okay, so in that case, in a during peak hours, the number of instances are running, I have to pay only for that timing only. I don't need to pay run for other hours. Even if I don't want, I will keep it as a shutdown mode.
Okay.
This will be very helpful advantage if you are talking in a development or sit instances or anything. If you see in an organization, if development team is located at India, let us suppose I'm talking in India point, I don't need to run my development servers 24/7. Okay, I will run my development environments only during my office timings. After that, I will shut down it. In generally, if you see VMs, we have a AWS workspace. We can use it like that. I will shut down it. Or go ahead.
Okay.
And pre-production service in sit instances, everything I can shut down it using automation.
Okay.
So the cost point of view, I will get a very less cost. Okay. And encapsulated change management. Change management, but it's by default they already built with a change management process. When you have to build, everything is uh, step by step. You have to launch an instance, VPC should be there. You have to when you are launching an instance, the security groups has to be there. Everything is a proper change management is already defined. Okay, only thing is you have to properly rightly manage that one, and you have to do that when you have to launch an instance. Okay, whether VPC is there or not. Okay, we are following a proper change process. Okay, and it every time it will ask you a tagging. Every time it will provide you to put a proper tagging mechanism. Okay, and the next advantage is always the next generation architectures are available. So now we are talking about the current generation, previous generation. What is the next generation architecture is already the cloud vendors are providing it. Okay, only thing you have to use it and adapt that next generation one and migrate it so that the cost optimization will happen.
Okay.
And
Okay.
known thing is it's choice and agility. We are already saying that it is agility model is there. You choose and you have to do a agility. Okay, a quick for launching it. These are the advantage point of view. Okay, if you talk at like lock-in period, this is a people's assumption. There is no negative. It's only a people's assumption. I will change it. It's a people's assumption. People are thinking that do I to go for a lock-in period? No, there is no lock-in period for a anywhere. Okay? So there is no lock-in period for anywhere in the AWS or any cloud vendor until unless you choose for a reserved instance. See, we have a on-demand reserved instance. If you choose that, okay, I know that I next 1 year I have I'm going to keep my instances. I want know. Then you choose for a reserved instance only to optimize your cost. Only to optimize your cost. There is no force after do that one. There is a lock-in period and reliability. So that if you are launching any payment gate, see, lot of payment gateways are already running in a AWS services and Azure also. Payment gateways are running, that is so much reliable, and PCI DSS compliance are there. That is they are certified with the PCI and DSS certified. Security side, all the CA standards they are following it. Okay. So these are the reliability. Lack of control. So if you say lack of control, somewhat I agree with the lack of control to underlying hardware. Okay, because we don't want to manage that hardware. That is the reason we said okay, we don't need to worry about it. Then if you want to take the control of hardware also, then we are going with the traditional only. Okay, that's the so always there is a pros and cons are there. Okay, so I don't want to manage my hardware. That is the reason I'm giving to someone else. And again you want to take the control, then there is no point to going to the cloud, right? Okay, so that's a lack of control. People, so these are people thinking saying okay, we have a lack of control. It is not required. We don't want to control that one. It is not my work. It is their work to control it. Okay, security. Security is one of the best thing. It's a mutual, it is a customer and vendor both responsibility. It's a AWS plus our vendor responsibility is there. Okay, mutual responsibility is there, but a security, an inbuilt security is already exist for each and every service in a AWS. Okay, that's the reason the security wise we don't need to worry about it. Okay. So let's talk something about this. I'll come to back to this one, not an issue. See, these are the services. We'll discuss in detail all these things. See now, if you see if you talk about this one, how the innovation happen, how the AWS innovations are happening. Okay, see, AWS is started in 2006. Okay, then it moved to the in 2010. When they started with the 2010, they said, okay, let's go with the 61 services. Okay, they launched the 61 services. Then they started with the in 2012 with the 159 services, then 516, then 1000 and 1400 in 2017. Any guess now how many services are there? Any guess? Mohammed, Venkat, some guess.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
Any guess how many services are there now in 2018?
Uh,
Any guess? Just some guess point of view. No, it's fine. You can see that 4,000 plus services are there. Okay, within a 1 year from 1400 to they changed to 4,000 plus services. Okay, so
okay.
they are they are fastly growing it. They are launching so many services. On an average, in a month, they are launching a 35 services. That means every day they are building a different service for one day, one service. Okay. Now the question comes, say, oh, 4,000 plus services. Are we in a position to learn everything? So what they are saying is these are the services. You define your path, certification path. See, role-based certification. What is your role? You define your role. You decide your role. Then you can go for a certifications. Okay. See, if you see what we are saying, cloud practitioner, architect, developer options. See, all these things we'll discuss. I think I'm just pointing this one. See, this is oh, we are going to cover this one. Okay, all the pointer, and we are going to cover this one. Okay, and we'll touch base these two things. So with this one, now it's your decision whether down the line you want to go for a completely as a DevOps engineer or solution architect. Okay, or you want to become a security specialist, or you want to go for a some security specialist. Say, okay, I don't want to like this, I will go for a security specialist. Or if you are good at a analytics, you are very good at a ETL, big data analytics, then you can go for a big data specialist. You can go for a big data specialist. Or you are very pretty comfort with the networking, then go for a networking advanced specialist. So they
For
already
me, which one is suitable for me, like a software developer?
so I would request you to go for a DevOps engineer.
DevOps.
Okay, DevOps plus sysops, both you have to do it, because DevOps engineer only there now.
Okay, DevOps plus
sysops.
sysops.
Yes. But again, let's start with the concentrating on the DevOps engineer, then you can concentrate easily on the sysops. It's not a tough one,
Okay, okay,
because you know that some you have a development coding background, you can easily do it.
okay, okay. Thank
So this is the thought process point of view. So as we said, like, so these are the journey point of view, what is happens. Okay, how the cloud is there, what is the relevant, all the services, each and everything we'll discuss. Okay, and as I said, like, every service point of view we are going to touch. Every service will do a practical. Okay, from the starting with the EC2, VPC, and security groups creations, how to add an instance in ASG, how to ELB, what's the difference between ELB, ALBs, how to use it, everything we'll discuss it. Okay, I think I see the demo is, again, the demo class is also a big one. That's the reason I think I shortcut it. You, I'm happy if you are interested. Again, I can explain you something on that one, specific things. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Any questions?
Actually, I give basic